Hello, welcome everybody. Alright, so it is time once again to do some cooking. Today is going to be some pretty simple cooking in my opinion. Nothing too complicated, not a bunch of extra steps, but a lot of very goodness. Alright, so welcome Ethan, although you're saying bye. I don't know if you're sticking around or not at this point, but Matt, Nintendo Ned, it's your birthday. Nice. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ned. Nekos is here. What's up, Nekos? How's it going? Welcome. Alright, so. Oh, you're sick? Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Matt giving him B-Day bucks. Nice. Alright, so we're going to get started. If you paid attention to the title or anything like that, it is a taco pizza, and the primary part is that the crust is the taco pizza. So our plan is to get going with that. So we're not going to have a standard pizza crust. This is keto, so you can't do that. So here we go. We're going to go, I'm dumping in, this is 1 pound of ground turkey. This works just as well with pretty much any ground meat. Ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken. Most people tend to use ground chicken in this recipe, I believe, but I'm going with what is available to me at this exact moment, and that's ground turkey. But I make turkey tacos all the time, and they still taste delish. So we got our meat. Next, we are going to need some cheese. Alright, I weighed out all the cheese that I need, but I forgot that I need to get this divvied up. So just a minute here, got to get into a cupboard. I actually need half the amount to go into the crust, so we'll take care of that real quick. Alright, so going into the crust, you have 1 pound of your ground turkey or chicken or whatever ground meat you want to use. And then we need 4 ounces of cheese. We like the Colby Jack cheese on our tacos, but you're always welcome to use whatever you please. Sharp cheddar tends to be a very popular choice, or just normal cheddar. Waiting for him to say no. Not enough bucks. Alright, so we have meat, we have cheese, we need something that's going to help bind everything together, so we need to put in some lovely eggs. I use 2 large eggs in this. Just drop them right on in there. And then after that, we need our seasoning. This will be what gives us our taco flavor. We're not putting seasoning on top or anything like that. So we got taco seasoning. I have a homemade one that I'll show you how to make once we get a little bit further in. And we're going to go with having an egg kick. Well, it doesn't taste like egg, but there's egg in it. So 1 tablespoon of our homemade taco seasoning. Otherwise, if you're using any other taco seasoning, it'd be whatever amount you need for 1 pound, which is usually 1 packet. Super Lone Star Bros Roblox and Splatoon. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the show. All right, so we got all that put into our bowl, ready to go. I'm gonna get rid of my scale there. This is everything, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me scroll through here. Yep, this is everything that's going to go into our crust. So the best way to take care of business with this is to just get your hands dirty, get in there, and mix it all up. You need this to be as well incorporated as possible. Make sure the egg yolk is all squished up and mixed in. It's not going to be the prettiest, that is for sure, but it will get the job done. Did I get this recipe online? Yes and no. Most of my recipes are adapted from something. Like there's a lot of keto there's a lot of keto chicken pizza crusts. Yeah, the window in the back. Yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll have to find a way to block that in the future. But we work with what we got right now. But yeah, so this is adapted from that. There's a lot of them that use like chicken, egg, cheese, and that's basically the base of it. I add taco seasoning and kind of whatever cheese I choose. Get it all mixed up. My oven beeped at me to tell me it is all ready, but we aren't ready. I'm gonna go wash my hands in front of the window. Step I forgot to take care of beforehand was getting a pizza pan ready. I was gonna get my pizza pan ready, but all I had to do was dump it on out. Now I'm using a very large pizza pan. You can use whatever you prefer. I like my crust to be a little bit thinner. I'll try to move over so that I'm in front of the window. How long have you had your house? Let's see here. My brain's broken all of a sudden. It'd be going on 7 years, almost. A lot of questions to ask. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Alright. Getting our aluminum foil on. Super big pan, so it needs 2 sheets to cover the whole thing, because I don't trust non-stick pans to be non-stick like they say, and it's just a lot easier to clean up. That's probably priority number 1, a lot easier to clean up. Happy Lost Leo, we are learning. Yes, we are learning. So we're gonna get that sprayed nice and good. I'm using an olive oil spray. You use whichever cooking spray works best for you. Alright, so that's very well sprayed, because the last thing you want is for this to stick to that. Alright, once again, we're just going to use our hands, because there is no easy, no mess way to do this. A lot of crust you could use like parchment paper to help you out, but it doesn't help as much as you think it would. Apparently I got an eggshell in there. We don't want that. That can go away. Don't know how that happened. I never get eggshells and things. So we're going to spread this out as much as possible. We want this all squished out. As thin as you can get it, as far as you can get it. It probably won't fill this entire pan without leaving like gaps or holes, so you don't really want holes. But one thing to know when you're cooking meat, if you've ever paid attention, it shrinks. So you might think, wow, this is already a big pizza. It's like 12 inches wide, that's alright. But by the time it's done cooking, you might end up with like a 8-inch personal pan pizza, and you don't want that. It's a lot easier and quicker than dough crust. It depends on your dough crust. I mean, like, for the kids here, when we do normal pizzas, they have, I just buy like a bag of pizza crusts that you just add water to and call that good enough. I mean, I put my own toppings and stuff on, but that's good enough for a crust. I don't go out and buy my own pizza flour and yeast and all of that. I don't go through all those steps. I just almost got it. Just a little bit of process. Sometimes it can help to wet your hands too. Get a little bit of water on it. That'll help it from trying to stick to your hands as much. Mortal Kombat. If you know what that is. Alright. Brutal, hello. If you're mobile, you have to have 1,000 subs to stream now. And how are you streaming? Are you using Streamlabs or using your PC layout? I'm using my PC. This is using OBS through PC. No, I've seen that with mobile, but there are ways around it. One of them is to use Streamlabs. Another is you could probably use the DU recorder to screen capture. But yeah, I don't really do any mobile streaming like that. Everything I do is through OBS. All right, washing my hands off again because yeah, mess. remember to be fairly thorough with washing your hands off because this is raw meat. Not good to get raw meat all over the place. All right, so our crust is assembled. I have my oven set to 450. Really, you can use any temperature that works best for you. 450 will get it done a little bit faster. I might actually turn that up now that I'm thinking about it to 475. Get it done a little bit faster. The important part is just making sure your meat gets cooked all the way through. All right, that is in the oven. We are cooking. I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. We'll see where we're at after 10 minutes. So the next step will be when that comes out, getting all of our topping stuff on. But like I said, we need to fill in this gap somehow. So I'm gonna show you how I make my taco seasoning. I'm getting Chick-fil-A for dinner and cookies from Chick-fil-A today. Nice! I have never eaten at Chick-fil-A, so I have no idea what that's like. So we're gonna make taco seasoning, at least the kind that I make anyway. All right, let me make sure I have this pulled up. My list of ingredients. It uses quite a bit of ingredients to make your own taco seasoning, but it's I think it's definitely worth it. Tastes the best. Mrs. Booyaa doesn't get like weird heartburn reactions from it. Good stuff. And then there's more room for veggies and cheese on top since the meat is the crust. Yes, the meat is the crust, so on top will be salsa, cheese, and veggies. We'll get to that when we get there. Matt13! What's up, Matt13? Welcome. Good to see you. Alright, so our own taco seasoning. Usually I probably make like a 4 times batch so that I don't have to make it over and over and over again, and I just have it on hand. But we're going to go with a normal size batch today. So we need 1 tablespoon of chili powder. We're not making chili, but we use the powder from it. All right, next up, garlic powder. We need a 1/4 teaspoon. Where did my 1/4 teaspoon go? There you are. There you are. 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder. And then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. You could probably use like minced onion as well, as long as it's a dried form. This is a bag. You know, it's gonna sit dry ingredients in the cupboard. You don't probably want wet ingredients in it. And your kebabs. I did not get that. Taco Monday. Yeah, we'll probably have this for leftovers tomorrow and have Taco Tuesday as well. All right, and then next up we need some dried oregano. That will be a 1/4 teaspoon of that as well. All right, next up we need paprika. The other red powder. Cooked Pancakes love to show cooked pancakes once in January 2000. Oh, you made a how-to on it. Nice. I actually made a ton of pancakes a couple weeks ago. I helped with a pancake dinner and made a bajillion pancakes, which I'm not supposed to eat because I'm on keto. So that's 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Now we need cumin, another popular one that goes into chili and all sorts of things. Cumin you need a bit more of. You need 1½ teaspoons of cumin. So 1, and this has a 1/2 in the middle of it, so use the same scoop. 1½ teaspoons of cumin. And then we're going to need salt and pepper. Black pepper is the kind that I use. Be 1 teaspoon of each. For some reason my salt has a giant clump of salt in the middle of it, which is inconvenient, but oh well. 1 teaspoon of each of those. So now, if you want your tacos to have a little more heat, there are other optional ingredients that you can add. Mario mushrooms. I have made stuff with mushrooms in it before, and I actually made a mushroom 8-bit picture like I have all my other foods for preparation of doing something else with mushrooms in it. All right, so we got all that in. So yeah, you could add to make this a little spicier. Options you could do is add some cayenne pepper. I would probably add much more than a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, or crushed red pepper flakes, like a 1/4 teaspoon of that. Of course, you can adjust to your liking, but those two right there. All right, trying to get a little bit of extra air in the bag, so it's easier to mix up without blowing into the bag. You can blow into your bag if you want. It's a little less sanitary. I usually probably do it that way. I deserve more subscribers. Oh, how kind. I wish I had more. Be nice. But it's all good. I'll take you lovely folk who are here for almost everything I do, including food apparently. There you go. Plain, simple, easy. Getting a glare, taco seasoning. This gives you probably somewhere between 3 and 4 tablespoons, so 3 or 4 times of making tacos at a pound each. So that is your taco seasoning, and that's just a fairly standard one. Keto or not keto doesn't matter for stuff like seasonings as much. I know some seasonings do carry some carbs in terms of keto, but you're not going to consume enough for it to do really anything to your diet. Alright, so now we still got about 4 minutes before checking on the stuff in the oven. We can start prepping some of our veggies. I'm going to get a cutting board real quick. We're going an orangish yellow today. I wonder what it'll look like after it's ready. That's a good question. We'll have to wait and see. Wait and find out. Big mix over there. Got washed. Alright, veggies is pretty much whatever you desire. I actually have to double check what I have in the fridge. Mrs. Booyaa likes herself an avocado. Feels a little bit softish. That should work. We're going to find out soon enough. So we got our avocado. We got tomato, we got lettuce. Normally I use like an iceberg lettuce, but romaine is what I have on hand that is fresh and good to go. Alright, I do need to rinse this tomato off real quick. Make sure it gets a little bit of the extra whatever from people touching all the tomatoes off of it, right? I like to cut off the end. Don't need the spot where the stem was. Cut them to your liking and size. Do know that if you're doing keto like me, tomatoes can add up quickly when it comes to carbs, but you can still have them. Just use sparingly like most vegetables. Avocado, really good because it is super high in fat, which is crazy for a vegetable. Join Minecraft stream once, but just watching. That's all good. You want to hear that alert? Never know. You never know. The cooking streams aren't quite as popular as the video game ones, so probably not as likely. Now I know there's faster ways to cut up. Booyah! Fireboy is here, dropping the Kent command. Nice. Welcome, Fireboy. You didn't get the you didn't get one alert, but you got a different type of one. Alright, got about a minute and a half yet going. Alright, tomatoes diced up, ready to go. People are saying Nintendo Direct's coming this week. I hope it's true. Yeah, I've actually seen that too. Possible Nintendo Direct dropping April 11th. I know I saw some things about people hoping that it drops like April 15th because I believe that is supposed to be Reggie's actual like retirement day. So we shall see, I suppose. There we go. Romaine is ready to go. Romaine grows that it'll be a nice little shreds and then piece it apart. Do you live to Keto direct streams? Depends on the time. Really, the time is a big factor. It's not lagging this time. Probably because, well, I was going to say because I have less stuff running, which I guess is sort of true. I don't have the Elgato going. See some Joker release date for Smash Bros. We could, maybe. That is a definite maybe. All right, I got 5 seconds. I'm going to turn my timer off and check this pizza crust. How are we doing in here? It is not done yet. It's still bubbling a little bit. One thing with it being meat means there's going to be lots of extra juices going around it, but not quite done. We want it to get a little more golden brown looking. Another option to help speed this up could be to, we might turn the broiler on. I missed a donate from Matt. Say what? No way. Nice. Oh, hey, alert. Alert, alert. I had my volume turned down a little bit so that I didn't wake up baby Booyaa, but he decided to wake up anyway. Probably because I'm talking still, but we need a hashtag Matt M in the chat if everybody can do that. Hashtag Matt M. Thank you so much. You have $5 worth of virtual street cred. I don't know exactly what the exchange rate is for that on the streets these days, but you have it, my friend. You have it. Thank you so, so much. $5. Thank you so much. Math boy. Hashtag math boy. Hashtag Matt M. Come on. Get it down. Get that in the chat. If you're not hashtag Matt Emming it in the chat, you're doing something wrong. Doing it wrong. Alright, this avocado looks like it might be alright. Oh, that's nice. A little bit at the top that's going to have to go, but otherwise, that should be a nice avocado. Oh yeah, I don't even need a spoon to scoop it out. It just pops right out. Get rid of some of this extra brown stuff. You're welcome to eat it if you want. I know some people do. They don't care, but this is for Mrs. Booyaa, and she prefers it without the brown spots. So that's the goal. Get rid of that. Matt, no. If you're a math man, I played on Cool Math or ABC like that at school. Math the man himself wants some of that food. That's why I donated. Matt has made some of this food that I've made before, and he knows just how good it is and how awesome this stuff is. And if Matt doesn't try making this, I would be shocked, because this is labeled as keto because it's a pizza without a dough crust. But really anybody could eat this because it's basically like eating a taco without the tortilla. If you are not doing keto, you could just as easily crush up some nacho chips to put on top or whatever. It'd be just as good. Oh, I'm gonna make it. He's gonna make it. He paid $5 for this recipe. He's gonna make it. Oh, good stuff. All right, toppings are already there. So, like I said, we got all our normal taco toppings or whatever you want. Actually, I also like to add on top of mine. My chili was delicious. Nope, I've never heard of him. That's not a lot of jalapenos left in this jar. I usually buy jarred jalapenos. I think I have an extra jar. Yes! More jalapenos! Alright, so I like to put some sliced jalapenos on top of my taco stuff. You can add extra salsa. We'll get to the salsa in a minute. I like some nice hot sauce. Sour cream going on top. Good stuff there. So ultimately, this pizza is going to come out. This pizza crust of meat, of deliciousness. I'm not paying you to say that. Nope. If I were, it would be less than $5 because otherwise I don't make a profit, right? I'm going to finish half of it, so I'll eat it on Taco Tuesday. Nice. Rip, can't waste it in eating while playing Mario Kart in Crafted World. What? What you talking about, Willis? I'm going to waste nothing. I could eat this whole pizza if I really wanted to, but I will limit myself to 1/4 of it so that I have another 1/4 of it left tomorrow or another day. Sour cream, my favorite. Okay, so when this comes out, we have salsa. Thick and chunky. We go mild. You go to your spice preference. I'm going to pull up my thing here so I remember how much salsa I actually use. Half a cup of salsa is how much is going to go on here. Half a cup. Oh, eating it all while playing? And I missed your comment. Can you eat my food? If you make it, because you're not going to be able to come here. This is mine. My food. Alright, our cheese is actually starting to golden brown on top there. I'm going to grab a spatula here. Take a look underneath it. It's still got some going to do underneath. We're going to have to put that in for a little bit longer yet. This always takes longer than I expect it to. I'll make your recipe eat the whole thing in one day. I know, right? That's what I would do if I really, really wanted to. It's very tempting. Very, very tempting. I don't think you live in the U.S. if you don't have Chick-fil-A and never taste God's food. I live in the USA, but I've never eaten Chick-fil-A. I live in Michigan. That's as far as I tell anybody. I live in Michigan, and I've seen Chick-fil-A's. I've just never eaten at a Chick-fil-A. There are so many other options that I go through. And now that I'm on keto, those sort of options become even more limited based on what I'm allowed to have to not break out of ketosis or anything like that. Alright, so we're going to have half a cup of thick and chunky salsa going on the entire thing, acting like a pizza sauce to a pizza. Gets food twice better than Chick-fil-A. I would like to think that it is. I would greatly hope so. And then our Colby Jack cheese, we put half of it, which was 1 cup, into the pizza. If I'm remembering how to do this stuff correctly. Yes, so there's half of it, 1 cup went into the pizza, and then we got another cup worth. If you're weighing it out like I usually do, that's 4 ounces worth of cheese. Deliciousness. Do we have a place called Dave & Buster's? There is one. There is one, and that I know of. I've never been there either. I've probably been to Chuck E. Cheese more recently than I've ever been to one of those. But so 1 more cup of cheese is going to go on top. Ultimately, if you eat a quarter of the pizza like I will, you'll have half a cup worth of cheese. Most pizzas, that's about how much cheese I would have. But you need less on top because now it is in your crust as well. So we have our salsa, cheese, and then all the toppings, the stuff we prepared that's fresh, along with sour cream, hot sauce, more salsa you can dribble on top if you feel like you need more salsa, things like that. It does look good, not gonna lie. Too bad I'm eating chips. This is gonna be fantastic. Not just good, fantastic. I do think I'm going to help my crust. This Ed's World 12. I'm dying inside. Don't die. Please don't. Have you ever played the Mario Kart arcade machine? No. That is one that I would love to. Your chips? Chipsman, okay, what's up? Nice. Where's my pizza packet? another pizza pan. You have a mixer? You're good? Okay. If you say so. If you say so, Ed's World. You are in charge of yourself. Did I hear bananas? No. What kind? Spicy or some good old chips? Good old chips. So food. Food is good. Food is life. And Twitch. Yep. Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. Using good old Restream so that we get it everywhere. Everywhere. Ed's World now following on Mixer as well. Thank you so much for that, Ed's World. Thank you so much. Spicy chips gotta heat up. I used to love chips and cheese. Just take shredded cheese or even like American singles, like Kraft singles. Just flop them on top of tortilla chips. That was my life when I was, you know, like 330 pounds back in the day. Can you eat my Twitch? You can try. I don't think it'll go well, though. Alright. Pizza crust. It is shrinking, as I mentioned. Meat shrinks as it cooks. So now we have a very large pizza pan. Tiny Pop Max now following on Mixer. Who's awesome? You're awesome. Thank you for that follow. Now it is smaller than my smaller pizza pan. And now we're gonna carefully try not to hurt ourselves, right? Flip this bad boy over. Be careful because there will probably be hot juices trying to leak. This command's still a thing. Not quite. Alright, so let's see the bottom of it. The bottom of it's not so golden brown like the cheese on top is getting. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop that back in the oven upside down. And we're going to throw on our broiler and give that a couple minutes on a high broiler. Well, thank you for that. Thank you so much. Yes, Nightbot still works, but only for a few minimal things. I haven't turned him off completely. He still helps manage a couple things on like Twitch. Not a lot, but some. Can you cook for 24 hours straight? Yeah, as if 24 hours of gaming wasn't hard enough to try and figure out. 24 hours of cooking would be a whole nother level. Don't know why you try to do the command again. I don't know either. It works a little bit better than it had times before, but it's still kind of sketchy. I still don't know what I need to do to fix that. My video just froze. Ruh-roh. Why would the video freeze? Video kill the radio star. Right? Isn't that how it goes? Audio's good, just not the camera. Ruh-roh. Who broke my camera? It's the one camera still works though. We're good there. We're still good on one, just not the other. Oh, there we go. I pulled an Elgato. Deactivate, reactivate. The crispier it is, the more crunchy and taste. Yeah, this crust doesn't really get too crunchy. There's another crust recipe I've looked at to try and find a way to make a more or less crunchy crust, but you can brown this up so it's got like a little bit of crisp on the outside. The broiler would definitely help in that regard. Oh, I almost lost where I put my my oven. Yes. Give it a little more broil. Broil it more. Broke it. Crispy. Crispin'. It's okay. I fixed it. It was broken, but I fixed it. It's all good now. It looks like the taco pizza you had with your friend. Did you make it out of meat, though? Is your taco pizza made out of meat? The food level is too good, it caused it to freeze. Too good! Give me the food! It is too delicious. And, for me, nutritious. You gotta rhyme those words all the time. That's how it works. That is how I do it. Can't have points. Unlimited points. Oh, can you have points? You automatically gain them throughout the stream. In this one, I can't reward you necessarily. I don't feel like I need to, but you automatically earn them throughout time. You have the taco pizza in school. I've had taco pizzas before, but it's just taco toppings. This is like, the whole thing is the taco. Hey, Ellie, what's up? Welcome. You made it to a cooking stream this time. We're waiting for our crust to cook. Ooh, that's looking good. Looky there. Alright, where did I put that spatula? Let's see how we're looking on the underside. Oven mitt does not help on that side. Alright, we're gonna flip it back onto the other one. Now that we know that the bottom is golden brown, we're gonna flip it back onto the other one real quick. I missed one of your comments. Oh no, I'm sorry. $0. No. I'm going to be a chef for desserts and an artist. Nice. Are you going to be an artist on the food or just an artist like in general? Because food artistry is a thing and it's insanely awesome. Alright. Throw that back in for just a minute more on broil with the original top up. We're going to try and get that a little bit crisped on the outside as well. Crispy it up, crispy it up. And the good thing with this is now when you put it back in with the extra toppings on top, the extra salsa and cheese, is you don't have to bake it like you would a normal pizza. You could still do broil just to get the cheese melted and the sauce warmed up, the salsa warmed up, so that you don't need to continue cooking anything. Like you don't have to bake for 10 more minutes after. Once the crust is done, as long as you don't cool it or something, you're good to go. Alright, let me grab my half cup. I am going to switch it to a low broil. I want my cheese to melt a little bit slowly. There we go. Crust. Looking good. When you stare at your food and you're like, I don't want to eat this. Uh-oh. What happened? That isn't the situation here. Give me sour cream since I don't have any left for my food. I don't think I can do that. I don't think that's how this works. Do you understand how this works? I'm gonna grab a normal spoon. I like to use a nice big spoon to spread it out. A normal, not a measuring tablespoon, but a tablespoon. Get it nice and spread out. Now, odds are you're going to end up just eating this whole thing with a fork, so you don't really need to give yourself a crust because it's not really a normal crust that you can hold on to. But no matter how you do it, I mean, you could hold on to it and eat it, New York style, I believe it's considered, when it's floppy and you just fold it in half. A lot of Booyaa bucks I can spend. Yeah. When the stream was frozen. You could repeat it, I guess. Looks amazing and beautiful. You don't want to destroy it, but then you devour it. Devour the pizza. Oh, yes. Cheese. Cheese is probably one of the best things ever. If you think I'm wrong, you can fight me. I guarantee that will not go well in your favor. All right, salsa and cheese on top. Throw that back in the oven. Oven's gonna be super duper hot. Even on a low broil, probably only need like a minute. Just need to get that cheese melty. Melty, delicious goodness. Alright, pizza cutter. I can cut it later. We will worry about that later. Who cares? And I'm only going to top half the pizza because with fresh toppings, you don't really want them on top of your pizza when you put it in the fridge, because then you want to be able to heat up your pizza again later. Yes, you do hear baby Booyaa. He's apparently not happy at the moment. But that's all good. Mrs. Booyaa is taking care of him. Why did I put my oven gloves on the stove? I'm not sure what you're saying. My oven mitt, or whatever you want to call it. I threw it off to the side. But this is a glass top stove. It's not a normal stove, so it's a flat surface. Oh, yes. Look at that. Just melty, warm, delicious goodness. And then I usually like to put down some lettuce first. Nice bed of lettuce. Get our lettuce bed going. And then some tomato.
Booyaa!
Booyaa! Tomato. I don't want as much tomato on my side, so I'm going to push some over there to her. She likes some more. We'll add some avocado over there. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, alert! Come on, alert indeed. Something. Definitely something. Alright, so there's those toppings. I'm going to rinse my hands off from the avocado. Gotta open some sour cream. Ugh. Get another spoon or a fork. Put a nice dollop of sour cream on there. Get our jalapeno peppers. For me anyway, I like me some jalapenos. Ninja Star Hyper Yeet! What's up, Ninja? Oh, it's you, Bendy. Ah, Bendy. What's up, Bendy? I was gonna say, don't fully recognize the name, but Bendy makes more sense. Can you react to videos on YouTube on the Switch while eating? I don't know. Can't say I've ever thought to try. And then the hot sauce. Do a dollop of Daisy. Not sponsored, but that is actually true. It is the correct brand. But from everything I know, you don't get copyright strikes for showing brands. But if you are getting paid to use something, then you need to make sure you let people know that you're getting paid. So there it is. Hot sauce, salsa, however you want your taco pizza to look, that is your taco pizza. I'm gonna have this cut up and ready to go, and we're gonna have a delicious supper of taco pizza. Feel free to put in the comments down below after the video is posted what you would do for a taco pizza. Would you do anything different? What's your favorite toppings? What can we do to improve these videos in general? Whatever you want to do to help out the stream, I will greatly appreciate it. Pull that off to the side a little bit so you can see the different chunks of delicious goodness. There you go. Taco pizza. I'm going to pull my camera off, give you a slightly more zoomed in look. of the goodness. Oh, so good. You're going to do it the same way. Yeah. Join YouTube on your birthday. I had no idea. Joining YouTube and streaming are completely over. Avocado side, you're going to side with Mrs. Booyaa. I see how it is. With the jalapenos. All right. You're going to be a spicy Mrs. Booyaa, huh? All right. Well, I'm going to go enjoy this taco pizza. If you want any extra veggies or something to go on the side, something always good to go with, like we like to have with the tacos, is stuff like cauliflower. We usually steam it up, add some butter on top. It's a nice low carb way to have veggies on the side. All right, so I will, however, reward you guys an extra 100 Booyaa bucks. We got 7 likes. I'm going to call it close enough to the 10 to give you 100 for the end of the stream. October 10, and you joined in 2010. Nice! Very nice. All right, well, you guys have a good and great day or night. You guys enjoy your taco pizza or whatever you decide to have to eat. And have a wonderful time. And always remember to be excellent to each other. And have fun laughing. All right, have a good one. Booyah!